Today's show is brought to you by Newcastle Brown Ale. It is of the new origins from the Castle region. That's actually quite good. Alright, how's it going, everybody? My name's Enrique, and welcome to the channel. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be painting this beautiful painting right here. So I want you guys to grab your brushes, grab your paper towels, grab a paper plate, grab your paints, and grab a drink. We're about to get started. So, the very first thing that we're going to start with is the background. We got to break the painting down. We're going to start with the sky, do our water, all those nice little effects, and we're going to give it time to dry. Now, because you guys are doing this at home, you can always feel free to kind of pause the video, take your time, then play it over, or rewind, do whatever you guys need to. Because, again, we're chilling right now. We're just relaxing, we're painting. Art is about not experience. It's about self-expression. It's about you. So whatever type of person you are, you're going to kind of pick this up all over the canvas. So that's enough of me. Let's get started. We're going to use a really, really big brush. This is like a bright 10, 20, whatever. As long as you have a big ass brush, that's all you need. And we're going to start out with blue paint. I've got blue paint right here. Blue paint right over here. I'm going to take just a little bit of that. I'm going to get it all over that brush. You want to really coat it nice and even. Now, at first, the way that we're going to start this is we're going to go kind of, you know, up and down motions. But I'm not going to hold the brush like this. I'm going to kind of twist it like that. So, let's get started. Very first thing we're going to do. Boom. I want you guys to do that. Everyone at home, I want you guys to just do that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because whether this is your first time, your 20th, your 100th, or your 10,000th hour doing art, I mean, this is a point of no return. You know, technically this is a painting. But, you know what? We made our mark. We've got this already on this beautiful white canvas. Let's keep it going. So, I'm gonna get some more of this blue paint. I'm just going up and down strokes, just like that. Now, I'm using a medium body acrylic. You don't necessarily have to. You can use light. Just when you have medium body, you don't need as much paint. And you see how I'm doing these brush strokes up and down, and then right here at the bottom of each brush stroke that I got going on, it turns into nice little spikes. That's what you want, because that's what we're going to go for in just a little bit. So I'm actually going to keep this going. And again, you guys can follow along. You guys don't really have to. You can do whatever you want. You can just watch and drink. That's what you're into. The internet is weird. But I'm going to keep it going. Now, I want you guys to keep doing this. Keep doing this. But me, I don't have to, because I already kind of know how to do this. So I'm going to take a shortcut. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to fill all this up with tons of blue paint. This is going to give us those nice, really dark patches in our sky. But you see, the paint does fade a little bit here and there. Like you can see right there, it's like still light blue. It's not coated evenly. That looks good. You kind of want stuff like that to happen sometimes. I'm going to keep going like that. I'm going to cover like the entire top. And then we're going to do something a little special after we kind of cover this whole thing. Now, the reason I'm doing acrylics and not oils is, one, I'm not Bob Ross. Two, this is just kind of like a painting to get your feet wet. This isn't like a super pro kind of painting. Anyone can really do this. Anyone can really just step foot into a paint bar or anything like that. And you can, you know, kind of push this one out. I'm just going to go like that. I'm going to kind of bring this down more to the sides, because when we're going to bring our light in, it's going to come in through the middle. It's going to peak right here. And then it's going to, you know, kind of get dimmer and dimmer as it goes to the side. I'm just going to go like this. Also, acrylics work, they dry really, really fast. So you want to work fast, work furious. Don't watch the movie though. All right. I think that looks good right there. All right, perfect. I'm gonna keep it just like that. Now, you're gonna take this brush. You know what? We don't really even have to clean it off. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a paper plate. And actually, you guys can clean off your brush if you want to, if it makes you feel comfortable. I don't really care. But I've got a paper plate. We're gonna mix our first color. We just worked with blue for the sky this time, but we're gonna get lighter and lighter with our colors as we go. So I'm actually going to take some of this green. I got some phthalo green. I'm going to mix that together. I'm going to mix it with my entire brush because I might have some blue in there. And if I just kind of put the green all over the place, it'll get rid of all that blue. So I got this green right here. And you know what? I'm going to touch it up with a little bit of yellow. I'll do a little bit of yellow on that. I'm going to go like this. And then a touch of white. So I'm taking green, yellow, and white, mix it together. Got kind of like this foresty green going on. Now I'm going to go ahead, and now this is when you want to kind of have your brush like that. I'm just going to go like this, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. We're pushing those spikes into the background, into that blue. Especially when you hold it kind of upright, that's when you get that nice sharpness. Now this is going to be a subtle step. We're going to paint over this whole area green, almost kind of right away after we finish laying this down. And watch, you're going to see how it looks nice. It's going to blend in there. You guys want to stop kind of like at the same level right here. We got some water to do in a little bit. I'll go ahead and get some more. Always want to remake your color. These dry fast, like I said. I'm going to work with a lot and work fast. Don't give a f***. That's really the key. All right, that's good. Whew, we're heating up. All right, now we got our blue, we've got our green. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take a lot of yellow, mix it in with that green. It's gonna turn very limey, just like that. A lot of yellow, a lot of yellow. This is our original green up here. This is the new one right there, limeish green. Now you're gonna do that, same thing, layer that up. Boom, 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 boom. Now also, you don't have to use the same color. If you wanted to, you could have did, you know, red and white mixed together to get like a pink sky or orange or whatever. I don't know. Again, you people are fucking weird. Just gonna go like that. That's excellent. I like that. Now it's a little bendy because I can't kind of see what I'm doing with all these lights. I'm just gonna push this up a little bit, straighten it out. You always want to kind of double back. You always want to kind of step back for a little bit, check out what you got. Do I like that? Good enough. I got it looking like that. Keep working it in there, see if you like it. But again, we're going to get brighter and brighter every single time. So more yellow. Maybe a little bit of white. Yes. All right, see now it's getting lighter and lighter. We're just going to keep layering this up. Just keep going. Because we have all that paint under each layer still wet, if we keep spreading it around, the more brush strokes you use, the more the colors actually communicate with each other. If you don't want them to talk, you want them a little separate, and kind of spread this out. You know, 1, 2, 3 brush strokes, boom, move on. Now I'm going to add some more white, and I'll do a little bit more yellow. The more yellow you add, it's gonna bring back that vibrancy. White really tends to kind of mute things out. I'm going to go in like that. It's looking spiffy. I like that. I like this a lot. Gonna get some more. Again, drag your brush up. Let's see. Ooh. Pretty good. So now I'm gonna get some white. Again, we're gonna keep getting lighter and lighter. I'll take a lot of white. Very, very creamy. Very like key lime pie type of green. I'm gonna go in, do some here and there. Just some very random ones. More so towards the center. We want the center to shine. But you know, if you bring that out to the edge a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll bring some more out. Uh-oh. Got it really bright. It's looking pretty good. Again, I'm going to keep working that top part up there so it fades out just a little bit. That's good. Now I'm going to take this brush. I'm going to use just white. So I'm going to get white. I'm not going to mix it into anything. And I'm going to bring this here and there. Again, more towards the center. Work that in just a little bit. And that right there is golden. I like it. Bring this towards the bottom of the water, towards the very, very bottom of the water. That's good. I like that. Let me double check. Good enough for me. So I'm actually going to take this green. I'm going to keep working with this green because we're going to do a little reflection going down into the water. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to pick up tons of that green right there, that really light green, right here towards the bottom. Now we're going to start to establish kind of like our horizon. We're going to see where this is exactly going to cut off. And I think I want to do it right there. So when you guys decide where you want to cut yours off, you take your brush, hold it like that, hold it flat, and then just make a little line in the middle. I like that. I like where that is right there. I'm going to keep that. So I'm just going to work my way all the way across with that light green. I'm going to kind of go in like that. And I see little like, little spots of the canvas I haven't covered yet. And I know I'm going to paint over it with like trees and all that stuff. So I'm going to cover it up anyway. Just for me. Again, you don't have to. So I'm going to go like that. Now, it looks weird. It's just a strip of green, right? But we're actually going to take this green right here. And you know how we got lighter and lighter as we went into the middle? Now we're going to get darker and darker. So we're going to work the opposite way around. Oh, sorry, the beer's getting to me. So, let's go ahead. Let's get some of this green. Pick up more yellow and more green. So I'm picking up more yellow, more green, mixed it in there. It's going to start to get darker. Now here's the blending lesson. Here's where we're going to talk about blending. The way you blend is you kind of take one color, that would be this one, you take your second color, that would be this one, and we're going to work this below the color first. I'm not on this light green, and actually I'm going to make this darker just so you can kind of see better on the camera. So I'm going to take a lot of green, a lot of yellow, I'm going to go like that. Again, I'm going to do a little strip like that. That's not blended. You see the line. You see where it separates, just like that. To get this nice and blended, what we're going to do is we're going to work our way side to side, but side to side. I'm going to click up just a little bit over that light green. Side to side. I'm going to keep working into the light green until that line completely blurs. And oof, yeah, there we go. Dope. Hell yeah. Ooh, we in business, baby. So I'm going to take more green, and again, like I said, we're getting darker and darker as we go. I'm going to take more of that green. I'm going to keep working that down this way, side to side, side to side. All right, see, now we're getting really, really dark. Now I'm going to do something a little different. We've got all this light green turning into dark green. And eventually, we're going to use just a scoop of the dark green. I'm going to come down this way. Work it down this way. All right, that looks really good. Now we're going to start to finalize this background just a little bit. I've got it looking like this. Now, what I'm going to do is we're not using green anymore. We're not working with that. We are instead going to work with just the blue. So we're going to take some of that blue. And again, I'm not cleaning my brush because it really doesn't matter. I'm going to take this blue and again, right below the green. First below your original color. And then I'm going to slowly work my way into the green until that hard line just disappears. And you see, I even got some green showing through from the other part up here. It's just peeking through that blue. It looks nice, you know. Like Bob Ross likes to say, happy little accident. Sometimes you just got to roll with what happens and just, you know, take it in stride. Make it work. Make it work for you. I'm going to fill up this whole bottom portion with just the blue. Like that. Now if you use lighter body acrylics, this will spread a lot easier. I'm having a bit of trouble with this because I don't really use medium body. They just had them at the store. So we're going to keep going. All right, now this is what we want. Now we can go ahead and we can add some stars on here, but honestly I want to wait till this is all dry. It wouldn't affect it too much if you did it while it was wet, but I'm leaving it as is. I'm leaving it just like that. I'm happy with it. Now this is the best part, because you know, if you're painting by yourself or you're painting with someone else, you can take a little break. You can kind of go like this, you pick up the canvas and kind of just, you know, wave it up and down. This is going to help dry it faster. But if you have a blow dryer, you can take it to one of those. If not, just give it a couple minutes. Give it a couple minutes. I'm going to give it like 15 to 20 minutes to let this dry, because I'm not going to do shit to it. I'm just going to kind of leave it as it is. But you can take your brush and, you know, if you're going to keep painting, obviously. So take this right here and then just leave it in your little cup of water or what have you. And now one thing I didn't mention was you want to get a paper towel to clean all this stuff with. So I'm just going to get like a sheet or two now that we're, you know, waiting. Just going to fold it up just a little bit just to have it on standby, just like that. Now just put it right there. Drink break. I'll be back. So I think we've had enough time. Mine's not completely dry yet. That's okay. I can work around it. As long as we have the sides all dry. Now, hope you guys are ready. I'm going to just finish this real quick. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some stars in there. Just so you know, give it a little more flair. I don't want to do the stars at the end because I do want some trees to lay over the stars. So I'm going to take my small brush. Doesn't matter, any brush you have, just get the smallest one that you can. And I'm going to use the butt end of the brush, not the bristle end. And then I'm actually going to take my brush right here. I'm going to dip this right into that white paint, just like that. And then I'm going to do this. I'm just going to, you know, poke my canvas here and there. And just know that the first star that you make will be your biggest star. So you always want to kind of work around that. I want some big stars towards the corners where it's blue and dark, and then smaller stars as we kind of, you know, get into the sky. Just like that. And my stars might be a little messed up, but you know, you be careful. I don't really have to. I can fix this a little bit later. Not too worried about it. I'll just say they're being diffused. Alright. That's good. I'll have some here, have some there. Just like that. And this is good. This is good enough for me. We can actually do the same thing on the bottom. Have some reflection. Doesn't make too much sense, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright. Now that's good. That's good right there. Now I'm just gonna clean off my handle just so I can, you know, have it nice and clean. And now we're going to work on making some trees. We're going to have a little... We're going to have a little river running through here. And then we're going to do some trees here, little evergreens, and then some nice landscapes. So with that, I'm actually going to use the second biggest brush. I usually use about 3 brushes, one big one, one medium one, and then one really tiny one. But this time I'm going to use a number 6 filbert brush. You can tell it's filbert because it's got this nice round edge right there. Now I'm going to take just black paint. I'm going to work with black from pretty much now on, almost exclusively. And then we're going to establish again our horizon line. So I'm going to go like this. I'll start one mark here, one mark right there, just so that I know exactly where my little islands are coming from. So I'm gonna get some more paint. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna make a line. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It has to be a little thin at the end. I'll do one line from the left going into the middle. I'll do another one the opposite side. Just like that. No, I'll bring it out to here. That's nice. That's nice. Yep, that's good. So now I got these two lines right here. This is my guideline for pretty much the rest of this painting. Now, to do the land, I'm just gonna, from the middle, I'm gonna bring a line diagonally like that, diagonally like that. We're just starting. And then I'm actually gonna do this. I'll do a little line that goes out to there. Same thing over here. I'm gonna have the same thing kind of going on each side. Come in and bring this here this way. I'll bring this down more. But then I'm gonna go right back. Then I'm gonna go back to the middle. And I'll stop this right here. I'm gonna wiggle my brush a little bit. This is gonna give us a little texture for our land right there. That's good. It's kind of like a zigzag. Pretty much it. This one, I don't want this one to be too complicated. I kind of went wild there. I'm just gonna go like that. I'll do maybe one more really big one like that, and I'll just cut it short. I'm gonna end this one right there. Super simple, nice kind of zigzaggy shape we got going on here. But I'm not gonna fill it in just yet. Instead of filling it in, we're just gonna go ahead and make our trees. But I want to have a little hillside on the top of each of these islands right here. So I got that going on so far. This is my basic shape. It looks weird now, but painting never makes sense until the very end. So, you know, let's kind of keep going with it. Oh, don't tell me. Oh my God, wow. That's crazy. I tried not to do that, but I forgot the lav mic. Anyway, we've got this going on right here so far. I'm gonna go ahead and summarize. I did a line from here to the middle, from here to the middle, just a black line like that, and then I got, you know, some hillsides on the top of that line. So if you take this out, I just did that and that little lump right there, and then some zigzag shapes right here that go out to the bottom. They always lean towards wherever they're going to end out, so it looks a little bit like this. Now I'm going to talk about the trees. The trees, pretty easy, nothing too complicated. I'm actually going to do this on a little plate for you guys to see first, and then we'll go ahead and, you know, kind of just go with the flow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this. This is going to be my land, right? That's where the trees are grown from. Then I'm going to go ahead and then I'll start at the very top. This is going to be the top of my tree. Always plan out the top. It's going to be just like that. I'm going to start off with a dot about as high as you want your tree. Then I'm going to go down one level. So here's one, here's two. I'll do a couple dots like that and just come out. And I'm holding my brush kind of facing like this again. Did one level there. We'll go down a little bit more. Bring that in. Lots of pressure towards the middle. Lots of pressure towards the middle. So it looks like that. Then I'll just kind of keep coming out like that. And we get longer and longer as we go. You don't want to see anything in the middle. It's actually really condensed, very lush right here in this middle section right there. I'm gonna go like that. Like that, there you go. That's a tree. So we're gonna put a few of these trees right on here. And this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take some black paint and I'm gonna make a trunk. I've got one really big tree here. He's gonna be like all the way up in the sky, just like that. I'll do one here. And again, I'm just planning these out. Just kind of going for it, just doing it. I'll do one here. I'll do one here. These are subtle trees because it's so dark in that blue sky. They're not gonna show too crazy until we start to do some highlights. I'm gonna do another line there. Solidify my lines. I'll do maybe one, I'll do two. I'll do one, I'll do two. Maybe three. There you go. So these are my lines. These are my trees. Let's add some lushness to it. So again, I'll start from the top, work my way down. I'm gonna go side to side, side to side, side to side. Just kind of working my way Right on there, just building our shapes. Just working that in there, little by little. And it's okay to have some trees actually not even showing anything, you know? You can, I mean, it's okay to have some trees, you know, kind of just overlapping the other trees. That happens. That happens. Nature's full of shit like that. Alright, so I got my little tiny tree. Take it easy with your brush strokes on this last tree right here. Take it easy. Not too much pressure, just enough. Bring this up some more. Honestly, sometimes you could just make some random dots here and there, and then, you know, kind of works itself out. I kind of messed up on the tree, but I made it work. I kind of moved some marks towards this center part right here. I just extend my tree out like that. I'm angling my brush every so often to, you know, kind of get that nice change in direction there with the leaves. All right, so we're doing good. Now we're just going to do this side right here. So I always like to start with the biggest ones first because you can really just not care. You can just kind of go for it. Then when you get to the smaller trees, you get tinier and you zoom in, that's when, you know, you have a little finesse in there. That's when you want to take it easy. You want to take it easy, man. You want to take it easy. I know nothing, I know snitch. Take it easy. Wow. Alright, coming out great. I like this. That beer really helped. There we go. Alright. This is excellent. We've got our big tree in full effect. He flashy, he out here. He's showing up for the gang. Whoa. Got his sidekick right here. Yes. Alright, excellent. Really, really cool. So I'm going to do maybe a little one here. It's just going to pop out like that. He's going to get overtaken pretty quickly because I got another tree right here. Just like that. Just like that for the really small one. I still have some space here, so I'm just going to make some random dots. I'm going to do some, you know, light little marks right there. And now we can fill in this whole thing right here. So I'm going to move over. I'm going to show you guys what we have. And this is what it looks like right here. This is excellent. This is good. This is good. We're off to a really good start. All right. I'm going to keep it going. Boom. All right. Once we have these, the melon makes sense. What kind of f***ing accent was that? I don't know. Sorry guys, I'm new to this thing. New to this video thing. All the young kids are doing nowadays. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh. Oh my god now. Filling in takes a lot of time. Sometimes you get bored. I'd play music, but YouTube is acting up right now. Guess I could just make my own music? They can't take me down for that, right? Yeah, I definitely wouldn't watch my channel if that's what I did all day. Alright, that's good. It's coming together nice and strong there, buddy. Alright. Now, this isn't the only thing that we're going to be doing. We're not done. We're not done yet, Jimbo. Okay? Not done yet. After we fill in this whole thing with some more black, I'm going to go ahead. I'm gonna move over right now. Boom. brush drop. This is what we got so far. We still have a little more flair to add to it, and it's not going to be anything too crazy. You guys already made the shapes for the trees. You guys got your hills. We've got light, but there's nothing reflecting on this silhouette. So we're going to do that. We're not going to work with colors and all this other nonsense. We're going to keep it nice and simple. I'm actually going to get my really, really tiny brush right here, the return. And we can go about this a few ways. Like the basic way would be to do black and white, make a little gray, and then, you know, add some little dabs here and there, and then, you know, some highlights on the hills. If you're new to painting, you might not know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to do it up a little special. I'm going to get a new plate, and I'm going to mix up some of that green. Take some of that green right there. I'm going to get some yellow. I'm going to try this out. Let's get some more yellow. That. It's not enough. Yeah. Alright. I like this green. I like it a lot. I'm going to add some white to it though. Mix it up. Make it nice and kind of like a bit more lightish. Makes no sense. This is why I'm an artist. I'm not an English major. And I like this. This is good. This is alright. If you like it brighter, if you want to do just yellow and white, you can do that. I'm just trying to match kind of something that would look like the light in the sky. Yellow works though. Or just plain old white. But we ain't plain old over here. So, I just finished painting the ground. I'm going to take this color. I'm actually going to... I'll do the smaller trees actually. I'm going to go like that. I'm just going to, you know, little dabs here and there. Towards the edge facing the light though. That's where you want to do this most. I'll do some in the background, some here, some here. I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to work my way into these darker trees. Now I'll go up here. Just random dots following that pattern for your trees. Go out like this. It's looking good, looking sweet, looking awesome, bruh. Hell yeah, man. Totally petted, bruh. Whoa. Yeah, this is good. If I get haters on YouTube, I know immediately what the thing is that they're not gonna like. Shut the f up, bro. I don't want to hear you talk and say the stupid shit. You're so annoying. F you. Why don't you make some content then? I'm not gonna lie, I say that all the time, so never mind. Alright, here we go. Go like that. Keep it going. Just like that. Yeah, man. It's not too shabby. Just going ahead, I'm filling it in just like that. And now, let's go ahead and I'm going to do just some highlights, just some lines, just like that. One here, one here, one here. We've got 2, 3. There we go. I'm just taking my brush, I'm just wiggling it a little bit here and there. Just like that. Bada boom, bada bing, we got a f***ing painting. Alright, so I'm going to take this brush. We've got the very last step. This is going to be a make or break. I'm going to take my brush. I'll do white paint. Now, final step. Be careful. I'm going to sign my name right here. Boom. There you go. Now, we are done with our painting. I'd like to thank you guys a lot for paying attention and tuning in, and I'm going to end this, I don't know how. So, we are all done with the painting. It was very simple, nothing too crazy, like I said before. So, I really don't know how to end this. I didn't think that far ahead, as far as setting everything up and then just recording. But, thank you guys so much, and I know YouTube's out of whack today, but I'm going to put a link to the Patreon in the description so that I can do this every day. And I don't have to actually need a job. Yeah. Later, guys.